Hey guys, it's Steve from the Fat Life Project. Welcome back to my channel. So China Airlines and EVA Airlines are two of the main airlines in Taiwan. I have previously flown and reviewed EVA Airlines, and so I thought it's only fair that I do the same for China Airlines. And honestly, I'm pretty excited as China Airlines comes highly recommended across all of the reviews that I've seen across all platforms. In this video, I'm gonna break down my thoughts on the entire experience from price point, check-in, seats, service, food, cabin, and in the end, I'll share if I'll book it again and thus whether you should consider China Airlines for your next trip. So definitely stick around because without a second further, let's get into it. I just arrived at the Sydney International Airport to check in. So while we're heading to the check-in counter, a bit of a fun fact. China Airlines is Taiwan's flagship carrier and not to be confused with Air China, which is from the mainland. They are also part of the Sky Team Alliance, not the Star Alliance, and also definitely not One World. And I believe it comprises of 18 airlines, including Vietnam Airlines and Korean Air. And so if you're a frequent flyer with any of those airlines, you will get priority boarding. However, I am flying economy today, so let's go check in to see how the experience is like. And I think it's maybe because I got here superbly early, but I checked in and cleared immigration in under 20 minutes as there was no queue. We're also off to a fantastic start as the ticket comes with a 2 by 23 kilo luggage allowance, making this already a fantastic choice for shoppers. But that also leads quite nicely into this next section where we talk numbers, aka price point, and also what exactly you get with the ticket. A direct China Airlines flight from Sydney to Taipei will cost $1,871.38 AUD, which of course is going to be higher when compared to flights that require a transit point. However, as you can see here, it is well below the average for direct flights in the same period. So overall, the price point is looking promising. I do, however, think that it is much clearer when you get to see what you're getting with your ticket. So from this point of the video forward, I'm going to show you everything that you're getting with the ticket on board the actual flight, as well as obviously what I think of it. 你好，你好，43黑，走到右转。好，谢谢。Starting with the aircraft, I'm actually on board their A350-900, which I understand is the usual aircraft they use for their Sydney to Taipei flights. First impressions of the economy cabin is that it actually looks quite premium for economy. It is in a 3x4x3 configuration. So given the configuration, I was completely expecting narrow seats, but now that I'm seated in my aisle seat, of course, I am now and forever an aisle seat guy. This seat is actually surprisingly wide given the cabin's configuration. In fact, a quick Google search tells me that this seat is 17 inches wide, which is about the industry average for economy. But hey guys, I'm actually right now on my flight back from Taipei to Sydney, and the economy cabin that I'm in is in a 3x3x3 configuration instead of 3-4-3 that I was on originally. The seats in this 3x3x3 configuration cabin are 18 inches wide, which is well above the industry standards. The legroom is more than adequate for me. You are looking at about 31 to 32 inches, which is within the average for economy class seats, and in fact quite above the average when compared to budget flights. That said, I am 5'7", so I would imagine someone who's a bit taller than me may want to consider upgrading to a bulkhead seat. Either economy configuration comes with an adjustable headrest and above average reclining space. My seats on both flights also came with a power point and USB point to charge devices, though note that charging of power banks are still not permitted. And China Airlines Economy also comes with an in-flight entertainment system. The personal screen is big and responsive, and there's actually quite an extensive selection of movies and shows. And they also give you a set of headphones. I also forgot to mention that you do get Wi-Fi on board. I believe you get unlimited access if you're in premium economy or business, and also if you're a frequent flyer with China Airlines. But if you're in economy like me, you do still get unlimited messaging on apps such as Line and WhatsApp. If you want unlimited Wi-Fi access, you will need to pay for it. The Wi-Fi plans will range from I think $11.95 to $21.95 US. pretty good deal compared to some of the other airlines I've been on before, if you ask me. And I haven't talked about this part in my previous flight reviews, but I wanted to specifically commend China Airlines for the cleanliness of their bathrooms. I am sure it was no easy feat to keep the bathrooms clean on both of the flights I was on. However, you will constantly find attendants cleaning the bathrooms to make sure they are in tip-top condition. This alone deserves top marks in my opinion. Ticket will also come with a full meal. They'll give you a choice between 2 meals, an Asian meal and a Western meal. I think today we've got a stir fry and Italian noodles. I am now and forever an Asian food kind of a guy, so that's what we're gonna be having today. Let me show you what I got. It's not bad. You get a little bread roll, some salad, dessert, a snack, some seasonal dried fruit, and a beef stir fry with some rice. Okay, so I actually accidentally selected dairy-free meals on this outbound flight from Sydney to Taipei and regretted it big time because the food wasn't very good. And so I did make sure that the dairy-free box on the way back was unticked so that I can try the normal meals and give it a fair review. So this meal smells amazing. We've got a little salad, some fruits, sweets, bread, warm bread, and this is a curry chicken, vegetable and rice. And you also do get a pillow and blanket. Hey guys, good morning. We're now about 2 hours away from landing, and so we get breakfast. Let me show you what we're having. The second meal I had on my Sydney to Taipei flight wasn't as bad. These are some lentil patties, I believe, but I much preferred the standard meals I had on my way back because look, we had chicken congee for breakfast. Yum! And just like that, we have landed at Taipei Taoyuan International Airport. I am just collecting my luggage now. A couple of things about the flight. I actually managed to sleep quite well thanks to the quite comfortable seats. You know, the entire thing was giving Singapore Airlines to me, but at a much lower price point. Taiwan's hospitality always shines through, and China Airlines is of no exception. The service on board was 10 out of 10. And so is China Airlines worth considering for your next trip? In case it wasn't already clear by my review so far, the answer is yes, I 1000% would fly China Airlines again. But let me also quickly recap the pros and cons for you. The pros include a very premium experience for a very reasonable price, great service, great food, great cabin, great seats, in-flight entertainment system, and more. The real only big con that I can think of is the limited Wi-Fi availability on board, but as mentioned before, that is quite easily fixable at a reasonable price. But I want to know, have you flown China Airlines before, and would you consider it? Let me know in the comment section. But also, if you found value in today's video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. All the good things that you know are gonna appease those holy YouTube algorithm gods, but much more importantly, will just make my day as a content creator. Specifically, if you do have comments or feedback for me, do leave them in the comment section, as I do love hearing from people who take time to watch my videos. If you're traveling to Taipei soon, you may be interested in my Taipei travel guide and also my guides to Taichung and Kaohsiung. I'm gonna link them at the end of this video so that you can go ahead and watch those next. As always, I do hope that you have a fantastic day ahead, or that you've already had a good day. I'm gonna see you real soon in the next video. Ciao!